Dehradun, a city known for its serene beauty, was wrapped in the tranquility of an early evening. The air was crisp, the streets were calm, and the mountains stood tall, casting long shadows over the town. Amongst this serenity, 4 friends, Ravi, Karan, Mohit, and Deepak, gathered in a secluded spot, hidden from the prying eyes of society. Their laughter masked a sinister intent brewing beneath the surface. Neha, a vibrant 19-year-old college student, was walking back home after a study session with her friends. She had no idea that her path would soon intersect with danger. As Neha approached the secluded area, the 4 friends spotted her. Their eyes met, and a twisted plan started to unfold. Karan, the boldest of the group, approached Neha under the pretense of asking for directions. The others followed closely, surrounding her. Without warning, they dragged Neha into the darkness of the secluded spot. Her screams for help were drowned by their laughter and the thick canopy above. Neha fought back with all her strength, but the 4 boys overpowered her. The scene was a horrifying display of cruelty and helplessness. The boys committed the heinous act, ignoring her pleas for mercy. The once peaceful evening was shattered by their brutality. As the boys finished their despicable deed, they realized the severity of their crime. Panic set in, and they knew they had to silence Neha permanently. In their panic, they decided to kill Neha to avoid getting caught. The forest echoed with their whispers and the rustling leaves. With heavy hearts and trembling hands, they ended Neha's life. The brutality of the act left them in shock and silence. Fearing the consequences, they fled the scene, leaving Neha's lifeless body behind. The forest seemed to swallow their presence, hiding the evidence of their crime. The next morning, a passerby discovered Neha's body. The police were called, and an investigation began immediately. Inspector Sharma, known for his sharp instincts, took charge of the case. He promised Neha's family that he would bring the culprits to justice. The police found clues at the scene: footprints, a piece of cloth, and Neha's belongings. The investigation was intense, with every detail scrutinized. The police began questioning locals and friends of Neha. Fear and suspicion spread through the community. A witness came forward, revealing that they had seen the 4 boys near the crime scene on the night of the murder. This was the breakthrough the police needed. With enough evidence, the police arrested Ravi, Karan, Mohit, and Deepak. Their families were devastated, unable to believe their sons could commit such a crime. Under intense interrogation, the boys broke down and confessed to their crime. The gruesome details shocked even the seasoned officers. The trial was swift and publicized. The evidence was overwhelming, and the boys were found guilty of rape and murder. The boys were sentenced to life imprisonment. Justice was served, but the scars left on Neha's family and the community would take much longer to heal. Neha's family struggled to cope with the loss. The community rallied around them, offering support and seeking ways to prevent such a tragedy from happening again. The case brought attention to the issue of women's safety in Dehradun. It sparked protests and demands for stricter laws and better protection for women. A candlelight vigil was held in Neha's memory. The community vowed to keep her story alive and fight for justice for all victims of such crimes. The local government implemented new measures to ensure women's safety, including better lighting in secluded areas and increased police patrols. Awareness programs were launched in schools and colleges, educating young people about consent, respect, and the importance of standing up against violence. A park was named in Neha's honor, a place where people could remember her and the changes her tragic story brought to the community. Slowly, the community began to heal. Neha's family found solace in the fact that her story had led to positive change, and they continued to keep her memory alive. Neha's legacy lived on through the changes in the community and the ongoing fight for justice. Her story became a beacon of hope and a reminder of the importance of standing against violence. As time passed, the town of Dehradun never forgot the shadow that had once darkened its peaceful existence. But it also remembered the strength and unity that arose from that darkness. Neha's story was one of many untold stories of suffering and resilience. It was a reminder that every shadow hides a story that deserves to be heard.